The Giza Plateau is one of the most iconic and mysterious ancient sites in the world. Home to the Great Pyramid, the Sphinx, and numerous other relics of antiquity, it has captivated explorers, historians, and enthusiasts for centuries. While the grandeur of these structures is well known, few realize that they remain shrouded in mystery despite centuries of study. Many questions about who built them, and more intriguingly, why they were built, still linger. Just 5 miles southwest of Giza lies the lesser-known necropolis of Zayat el-Aryan, a site that may hold answers to some of Egypt's greatest enigmas. In May 1900, Italian architect and Egyptologist Alessandro Barsanti was researching the layer pyramid at Zayat el-Aryan. Having previously discovered the tomb of Actons, Barsanti had gained a solid reputation in his field. However, the layer pyramid left him disappointed. It was crumbling, incomplete, and devoid of artifacts. Like others before him, Barsanti concluded that the pyramid had been abandoned due to the untimely death of the king who had commissioned it. Disheartened, Barsanti began his return journey to Giza but decided to take an alternate route along an upper plateau with sweeping views of the landscape. It was here that he noticed something unusual: scattered granite fragments and fine granite powder, clear signs of ancient stone cutting. Sensing the importance of this discovery, Barsanti suspected that this might be the site where ancient workers had prepared stones for a hidden tomb. Intrigued, Barsanti returned to Giza and assembled a team to investigate. Within 2 days of excavation, his instincts proved correct. Beneath the sand, he uncovered the entrance to a massive limestone pit. To his astonishment, the pit was filled with large limestone blocks, each weighing several tons, haphazardly thrown in, as if to deliberately conceal something beneath. On December 8, at a depth of 21 meters, the team made a significant discovery: a large pink granite block. Granite, being more valuable and harder to work with than limestone, was reserved for only the most important structures. This find convinced Barsanti that they had stumbled upon something extraordinary. As excavation progressed, more pink granite blocks were uncovered, indicating the presence of a massive subterranean structure. By February 1905, Barsanti's team unearthed a 30-ton granite block, which seemed to mark the bottom of the pit, hinting at the secrets that still lay hidden below. Barsanti believed he had discovered the entrance to a subterranean world, possibly filled with tombs and treasures. Adding to the intrigue, his team found inscriptions carved into the stones. Despite sending sketches of these inscriptions to Egyptologists in Giza and Cairo, no one could agree on their meaning or origin. This only deepened Barsanti's conviction that something extraordinary lay hidden below. To continue the excavation, Barsanti used machinery to move the granite blocks, but they were intricately interlocked like puzzle pieces, making the task difficult. As they dug further, Barsanti made his most astonishing discovery yet: an oval-shaped vat carved from pink granite, polished to a mirror-like finish. It was sealed meticulously with layers of lime and clay. When the team finally removed the lid, they found no treasure, only a thin black residue lining the walls. Barsanti hypothesized that the vat once held a liquid offering that had evaporated over time. Though the discovery was underwhelming in terms of treasure, he believed the vat held great significance. Why had the ancient builders gone to such lengths to protect it? Determined to solve the mystery, Barsanti pressed on, uncovering a massive cork-like granite block that sealed off what he believed to be hidden chambers below. Word of his discoveries spread, but many of his colleagues were skeptical, dismissing the pit as merely the foundation of an unfinished pyramid. Barsanti, however, remained convinced of its importance. 2 key discoveries seemed to support his theory. First, his team uncovered a well-finished staircase at the northern end of the pit, too refined to be intended for laborers, suggesting it led to ceremonial chambers. Then, after a torrential rainstorm flooded the pit, the water level mysteriously dropped, as if it had seeped into a hidden chamber below. Despite mounting challenges, including the complex, interlocking granite blocks and dwindling funds, Barsanti continued his excavation. By 1906, however, he ran out of money and had to halt the project. For years, he sought additional funding, and in 1911, he finally secured enough to resume his work. But even with renewed efforts, the task proved too difficult, and once again, Barsanti was forced to abandon the excavation. He passed away in 1917, leaving the mystery unresolved. Barsanti's work sparked enduring curiosity about Zayat el-Aryan, but the site remained untouched for decades after his death. In the 1950s, it briefly resurfaced as the set for the film The Land of the Pharaohs, only to be forgotten again. However, Barsanti's notes eventually caught the attention of Italian scholars Vito Merigiolio and Celeste Rinaldi, who attempted to continue his work in the 1960s. Their efforts were cut short in 1964 when the Egyptian government restricted access to Zayed El Arian, designating it as a military base. This abrupt restriction fueled suspicions. Why block off the site just as interest was reviving? To this day, many Egyptologists argue there is no mystery at Zayed El Arian, claiming the pit is merely the foundation of an unfinished pyramid. Yet Barsanti, who had spent decades studying Egypt's ancient wonders, remained adamant that this was no ordinary foundation. If it were just a pyramid base, why construct such an elaborate floor made of interlocking granite blocks, held together by strong mortar, and designed to be nearly impossible to move? The mystery endures. Moreover, why use valuable pink granite, which had to be transported from Aswan nearly 600 miles away, if the structure was intended to be buried under a pyramid? Limestone, much easier to source and work with, would have sufficed. Then there's the mystery of the inscriptions Barsanti found at the site. Scholars remain divided on their meaning to this day. And what about the finely crafted oval vat? If this was merely a pyramid foundation, why go to such lengths to intricately carve, polish, and seal the vat with lime and clay? In recent years, a new theory has emerged linking the mystery of Zayed El Arian to the Great Pyramid of Giza. For centuries, historians have puzzled over the purpose of the Great Pyramid. The conventional belief is that it served as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, yet no human remains, treasures, or artifacts have ever been found inside, causing many to question this explanation. In the 1960s, Edward Kunkel proposed a radical theory. The Great Pyramid was not a tomb, but a massive water pump designed to irrigate the surrounding desert. Kunkel argued that the pyramid's internal chambers and passages functioned as part of a hydraulic system. While his theory was met with skepticism, some engineers saw merit in the idea, noting that a ram pump, which uses gravity to move water, could have worked on the scale Kunkel suggested. By the 1990s, marine engineer John Cadman expanded on Kunkel's theory. He studied the pyramid's subterranean chamber and found evidence of water damage. Cadman even built a scale model of the chamber and confirmed that it could function as a water pump. During his experiments, Cadman made an unexpected discovery. The pyramid generated powerful compression waves, pulses that could produce electricity. This led to a startling question. Could the ancient Egyptians have used the Great Pyramid to generate electricity? Cadman's research indicated this was possible. The pyramid's outer casing of insulating white limestone, its granite interior, and its gold capstone all suggested a design capable of generating and harnessing electrical energy. With this new perspective, researchers revisited the mystery of Zayed El Arian. Could the pit have been part of an ancient electrical system connected to the Great Pyramid? Some theorists believe the oval vat may have played a critical role in this system, with the black residue offering evidence of a lost method for generating electricity. Perhaps this is why the Egyptian government sealed off Zayed El Arian in the 1960s. What secrets lie beneath the pit? Could it hold proof of advanced technology from an ancient civilization? As research continues, we may one day uncover the truth about an Egypt far more advanced than we ever imagined. If you found this journey captivating, prepare to be transported once again. In our next video, we'll unveil the enigma of the forgotten pyramids of Midam, a hidden world of ancient wonders waiting to be rediscovered. It's fascinating to explore alternative theories about how the pyramids were built. While I accept that the ancient Egyptians largely completed the Great Pyramid, it's important to remember that in their own texts, they often speak of their knowledge as a legacy, a gift inherited from the gods. However, I don't interpret these gods as extraterrestrials.